Hey there race fans and welcome to Let's Talk F1 here on the ModzCity channel. We'll dissect the twists and turns of the F1 season from the paddock to the podium and share our thoughts. This is Let's Talk F1. Hey there race fans, today we will discuss the Spanish GP covering three areas. Should Spain have a sprint race? McLaren performance and also driver of the day. The 2024 Spanish Grand Prix was a race with some surprising developments. Not so much from the racing action on the track, but from a strategy standpoint. This track is fairly easy to overtake, especially given the power of DRS. Begs the question, should we have a sprint race in Spain? Make things more exciting for the fans and the drivers able to earn some extra points. What do you think? I think F1 should potentially consider it. While I'm not totally a full-on fan of sprint races, and I doubt many of the drivers are as well, but it may help boost the excitement at the Spanish track. I mean, there was no yellow flags, let alone any safety cars to spice things up and back up the grid for closer racing action. Your thoughts? Let us know in the comments. So, moving on. Race winner Max Verstappen was under pressure from Lando Norris yet again, making for some interesting racing and also team strategy. Max took home the win for Red Bull, but it wasn't an easy run per se, or at least what the Red Bull team is accustomed to. Lando Norris in the McLaren was a real challenger, putting up a strong fight throughout the race, showing some serious pace and closing the gap to Max lap after lap. Was this Red Bull win all down to strategy, knowing when to pit and the tyre selection, and is it less about Max and the car's performance? What are your thoughts? Let us know again in the comments below. This race surely showcased the continued resurgence of McLaren. Norris's performance has many excited about the team's potential for future wins and the points to be earned by the team. The midfield battle was also intense, with several teams fighting for position and the Alpine team showing some good progress up the grid, with both drivers scoring points, finishing 9th and 10th. A bit of recap for the race weekend, as I think there are some points to be raised. FP3 was certainly interesting, with a few cars coming together, Lando and Charles bumping wheels while Lewis and Lance Stroll made contact. Lance felt Lewis was on the racing line and didn't move out the way quick enough. Nonetheless, Lance was reprimanded by F1 for the incident, even though Lewis apologized on track. Very close quali session, Lando taking pole from Max and the Mercs showing some huge improvements in performance, with Lewis in 3rd and George in 4th. Checo had a grid penalty after the incident in Canada, unfortunately, driving back to the pits with an unsafe car. So he started 11th after qualifying 8th after Q3. He managed to finish the race in 8th and score some valuable points. I still think Checo should be fighting for podiums given the car's potential and how Max is performing in pretty much the same car. Or is it? Do Red Bull show favoritism to Max? Controversial, I know, but I would like to know your thoughts. Driver of the day, it was a close one, I think. Some drivers showed true skill and talent on track. Would I give it to Lando? Would have been a toss-up between Max and Lando for me, with Max getting a slight edge since he won the race. Nonetheless, a strong performance from Lando, and we look forward to more from him in the future. Before we close this episode, I have to mention what is rumored around the F1 scenes. Just a quick mention. Word on the track is that Aston Martin are bidding heavily for Adrian Newey. Who could blame them? After all, I'm sure Lawrence Stroll pockets surely can manage an exorbitant amount to pay Mr. Newey. As the season progresses, we're sure to hear about these announcements for the future of the former Red Bull genius. That's all the time we have for today, but be sure to check out our other episodes and consider subscribing for more F1 content. Share your comments below and join the discussion. Also check out our car merch at ModzCity.com, and we feature some F1 inspired merch as well. Thanks so much for watching. This is Let's Talk F1.